play Nunu bot, laugh in that incredibly annoying way, and then win the game. Oh, it's just so frightening. You can see Plugo, this guy immediately, as soon as he saw the Nunu.
Let's go back to base.
But Plugo does know that the message has now been received, and Dude will not try any of that funny business ever again. Because he's going to have a bit of a giggle, and this is what our lives are now.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, Dude didn't probably need to go back. I mean, at the point where he gets consumed, he's just going to sustain forever. I just don't know how much damage Talia is going to do, because she got a round of nerfs on her combo. Easier to hit, but different, and just less damage in general. So I'm not sure she has the damage to deal with Nunu. That's the issue here.
Dude's decided that he just doesn't want a last hit. There's his first one underneath this turret. He's going to throw some ice balls, try and auto-attack down these minions. It's a Doran's ring start, so Dude not going for the standard health stack, where you're just a big jerk that can't die. He's actually looking to try and do some killing here, which I do like.
Now, Plugo's goal here is to be as aggressive as possible, as early as possible. Zone Nunu bot away from the minions, zone him away from himself, keep hitting him as much as possible before he peaks critical mass of Nunu. At the point where he picks up Consume, gets a couple levels in it, that's where it gets rather bad for Talia.
He's actually going with Deathfire Touch as well. This is going to be the slow, painful death of Ice Ball after Ice Ball.
Deathfire makes sense. I mean, he's not going to get more than anything else off on his opponent. He's not going to hit them 3 times, so you can see the burn there.
Look at the sick mechanics. Just clicks him.
Gave him the old right click.
Mm-hmm.
And backs away.
Powerful stuff.
You can't miss Cannon because you have Consume.
Yep. Why haven't I played this champion like every single game?
Pretty good, man.
Played. Oh, he's going in. There's the exhaust down, Dude. No longer able to attack as fast. Throws down the heal after he got exhausted. It's not a good idea. Oh, the barrier. Oh my goodness, Plugo. No, he's going to make it under the tower, and that's the first blood, Dude. As soon as he turned around, that was game over. And the Nunu.
Not a lot to it. It's very brain dead. There's not a lot of outplay potential, but it's easy to get to the maximum potential of that champion as a player who doesn't often go for those 1v1s. So as a support player like Bear, but Kami will be able to outrange that ever so slightly. So that will be the objective.
Yep, adorable little Frostfire Annie and terrifying Mecha Urgot. Not exactly something that you want to be coming up against as like a 12-year-old girl. It's not good. Not a good news story. It's actually a really frightening 1v1.
Indeed.
For a whole lot of reasons. Just waiting for the minions. Come down the Howling Abyss.
I can't think of anything particularly worse than Annie facing Urgot down.
Yeah.
Maybe Wildcard or an Owie, something like that.
Oh god, Box. Every time. Oh, misses the Acid Hunter flat out, does Kami. Still able to get that passive rolling. This Bear looks to be like just trying to farm out this mini wave. I would have thought that those... Oh god, okay. Throws a snowball in there. He's looking to go aggressive.
Okay, snowball to Bear. He will need that to try and close the gap now that he's seen the Urgot, because he does have the slight range advantage. His auto attacks, of course, not, but with the Acid Hunters, as it is a skill shot. So Bear will be able to use that to get in range and just land the full combo. His goal, essentially, in life is to hit Kami as much as he'll let him, get to level 6, blow him up with his full combo, hit him with the exhaust, hit him with the snowball, and that will be his in. He doesn't even necessarily need to hit Kami. He just needs to hit a minion close to him, and he'll be able to get in there. That's goals. Goals for Bears.
Yep. Bear goals.
Bear goals.
Bear almost has that snowball back off cooldown, of course. Very low on the cooldown scale. It's that particular summoner, as Bear is going to be able to finally charge up that stun. Gets rid of it immediately. Wonder what his strategy is here, because... You know, make it to level 6, go for that sort of pseudo-Flash Tibbers maneuver, utilizing his snowball. But at the moment, he's not really harassing Kami at all. You could imagine that his life would be made a little bit easier if he was able to get him at least whittled down a little.
So it doesn't matter too much right now, because he needs to wait until Kami is near level 6, as Bear will be level 6 as well. He knows there's probably going to be someone going back during that time, so any harass he does now doesn't matter too much. However, I can CS with Q, and it's very easy to do so, and it doesn't hit my mana bar. So if I'm being pushed in by the Urgot, just use my Q on the minion wave, try and get as many as I can before it heads to tower. Regardless of that fact, Kami is still winning, as he has priority, and it's very difficult to CS under tower. just because of how the towers are actually slightly different in terms of doing more damage to the minions. So Bear has recognized this. But that is the thought process for Bear.
Yeah, also the fact that Kami, being the mid laner, very good, farming things out. Often a role where you want to be just focusing on farm almost all the time. Isn't even going to miss a minion once he gets stunned. A little cute fire blast from Bear. Ooh, Thunderlord's Croc does come in. Half the health bar now down. So Bear finally trying to get aggressive.
Yeah, knowing the shield was down from Kami as well. The shield was actually very well timed from Kami, just kind of a flourish of mechanics, if you will. But Bear's like, I'm just going to walk up and hit you again. And your Urgot, so
mechanics.
That's fine.
Like it.
Kami does not zone Bear away from the health relic, so he'll just get that one for freebies.
It's just feeling a little bit like it's a lot calmer than we were expecting.
Yeah.
This particular bout. I mean, I thought that with an Urgot, with an Annie, you'd want to be sort of going at it a little bit more, both of them. Lots of readily available harass opportunities.
So I thought Kami would be going deeper onto Annie, and then Bear would be waiting for that level 6. So I was expecting more of that, right? You know, Kami harassing with the Acid Hunter combo with his corrosive charge. But so far he's been farming, and that's fine, because Kami is vastly ahead in farm. He's over 2 waves, so he can play this game. He now needs to be careful, because Bear is approaching level 6, so as a result, he'll go back, he'll pick up some magic resist, which will make it hard for Bear to just go for that I'm going to 80 to 0 you play.
Yeah.
So he has to take him a little lower, taking into account that the Hex Drinker is there.
Well, that's an Arm Guard purchase here as well as Bear goes back, but Hex Drinker is huge. Large sort of spike in power as well, being able to complete some sort of item. I mean, of course, Bear does need to stack his up, but will definitely do him some good, having those extra defensive stats. But I could imagine as an Annie, I mean, what you want is more executionary stats.
My thoughts exactly, dear Atlas. I think Bear should have gone for maybe either penetration or a little more damage to try and get through to Kami. His idea is like, I don't want to be too low, so if I go for my combo, I'm just going to die to Urgot. I get that, but he does need to be able to kill the Urgot because that's his win condition. So
yeah,
probably could go in a different direction. However, Arm Guard, a very efficient item against an AD matchup in this 1v1. We'll be able to stack it up. It's not a bad purchase, just maybe could have gone for more damage.
Well, Hyperkinetic Position Reverser is now on board here for Kami. Big note to say that he did take the Exhaust and Ignite combination. Good God, those Acid Hunters are really starting to stack up as in goes Bear. The Exhaust goes down immediately. He avoids using the Tibbers. He gets hit by that Acid Hunter and has to now go back.
Okay, so this is, in a weird way, kind of good for Bear. He just needs to get this recall off, go back to base. He loses the mini wave, but he would have lost that regardless. Kami burnt both of his summoners. Bear still has his snowball on a low cooldown, because that's not like a pure summoner, and also the exhaust. So next time he can go for that trade again, and if Kami stays in, he'll have to go back now after this wave, so he's burning the rest of his mana. But the next trade he can go for is significantly better. The fact that Bear survived that was just a good thing for his species.
Well, scary thing is that it's 22 CS, the lead for Kami, who's just been obliterating these minions over and over again. The tower down about a third health as well. Bear is on the ropes. Only needs to kill the Urgot. Still has that opportunity. Has a full health bar. See whether he can do it, because now it's a Spectre's Cowl on the way for the Urgot.
So Bear is looking for some efficient trades here. He may just burn the Snowball to get in range, land like a Thunderlord once he has Pyromania up. So he gets the stun, an easy trade, backs away from Kami. Maybe he dodges the Acid Hunters, maybe he doesn't, but he's trying to get Kami within kill range now that he's level 7. He's got Tibbers, he's in good shape. He has the Summoner Spell advantage. The window for that, however, is fairly low because the 2 Summoners that Kami has down, Exhaust Ignite. It's not like a flash. So Bear needs to kind of up the tempo now, because if he doesn't, minions will come into effect and Kami wins.
Well, now Bear does have the Snowball. He's going to land it on the back line of the minions. Kami's just going to create some distance, get himself out of the way, and there's no opportunity here for Bear to go in. And Kami's just playing this calm and collected. Oh, the Bear comes in. Good stun from Bear. But is it quite enough? The health pack is going to be there, and the switcheroo under the turret. Bear tanks that one up, but utilizes his Tibbers to do so. Good stun as the exhaust did come in. Acid Hunter does land, but he's going to survive for the moment and grab himself the health pack. Kami now just trying to zone, stop Bear from going back. However, he's going to head back to the minion wave and continue trying to win this one out. Slow and steady.
All right, Bear's in a bad place.
Oh, yes.
This is the definition of bad news Bears, because he needs to wait for his ultimate. That may not even be in 3 minions waves time, where at that point, Kami would have won through minions. His exhaust is going to be down for his next trade. Doesn't have that either. And Kami's summoners are about to come up. This is all looking very dire for Bear. Outside of a mess up from Kami, this should be his game.
Kami as well, looking at his summon spell cooldowns. They are about to come back up. Bear struggling to last hit underneath this turret at the same time. Half the health bar now on that particular structure. 12 CS. Spectre's Cowl is in. Another Ruby Crystal. Kami, we saw he was just doing so much damage regardless.
Doesn't matter, Bear can't kill him. He's playing the numbers game here, Atlas, and Bear is about to become another page in the Dunzo Manifesto.
Sad. I have a feeling that it's true. And it's so difficult to watch. Bear just skipping down this lane, but if I was feeling the way he was, I probably wouldn't be skipping. It's watching yourself circle.
Yeah. If you could swap Annie's walking animation to anything else in the game, what would it be?
A shamble.
Shamble? Something like a zombie brand?
Yeah, like a zombie shamble.
Yep. Heimerdinger walk would be good.
Bear's just going to walk it, Kami. That was an odd maneuver.
Yeah. Well, Kami just needs to last hit these 3 minions perfectly, but he wins in 4 CS. So the CS is currently here. Bear has to make a play.
Yeah,
Kami has
Bear
vectors.
does go in. Tibbers is doing some work onto Kami, but these minions are smacking him down as well. Good shield comes in, as Tibbers is going to at least be defeated. 2 more minions do have to land, as Bear has to try and do something. Another stun. No more mana is left. Kami just holds onto it. Oh my goodness. I remember those 2 days after that was first discovered where people didn't know.
Incredible.
It was disgusting.
It was the 1v1 tactic.
That was a horrible time. That was a time where you wouldn't want to have that one game. So you can trade with those auto attacks and not worry about the minion damage. Is that still probably the best option here, or do you want the ball for the zoning?
I think he might go Protect just because he's gone Doran's Blade, so he'll get in range for the auto attacks, give himself some more resistances if he gets hit by Yang. He may just have gone for the Q anyway to get the reveal on the bush, but as Yang is already hitting minions, it doesn't matter. There's the Command Protect. So since he's going for the auto attacks as his main source of sustain damage, then it makes more sense to put that level 1 in there and try and hit Yang, last hit these minions. You can see both laners, actually this is one of the first times we've seen it where both laners are trying to challenge for that level 2 punish. And it's slightly over to Helior. He gets the auto attack and Grasp of the Undying.
Grasp of the Undying,
okay,
Orianna.
Helior gets level 2 here.
I thought I never would see the day as Yang is going to pick up that level 2 first, but Helior very quickly behind him. And now going to start zoning. That command attack is going to be there now. Yeah. Does have that whip crack with his ball. So Dissonance actually taken instead. He just wants to carry the ball around. Doesn't want to let it go.
That's actually funny for that level 2, because Helior had the advantage over the minion wave, so Yang instinctively backed away, but then Yang just had a minion in front of him. So they both hit level 2, and as a result, nothing really happens. But because of the pressure that Helior had and was able to exert, he does have the slight minion advantage. Nothing to write home about just yet, but something to keep in mind. And he also is winning out in terms of mana.
Going to get a bit of that back as he picks up the health pack. Level 3 now gained by both of these players. All of the spells in the book now collected by both. There, Helior gets himself the shield back, but still losing out on this trade. That is so much health the Yang has over Helior, even with that Grasp of the Undying being taken.
Yeah, if Helior wants to go for auto attack trades, he has to not get hit by Noxious Blast, because if he does, the extra poison damage from Twin Fang, Yang automatically wins every single time. He's very low on health and mana, or rather mana, but it didn't matter. He was still going to win that trade, and Helior, you could see, he was just like, I just want to stay in combat long enough to hit you with my Grasp of the Undying. Okay, I'm out.
Yeah, exactly. But at the moment, still winning out as far as the farm is concerned. The Orianna, of course, known for her ability to farm in general, but now with a little bit of extra AD, it's the dream. It's the dream farming scenario. Helior still playing very, very up and aggressive. Knows that he has that extra mana.
He has to, because if he does not, then Cassiopeia just simply takes over the lane. He knows that Yang also has the health part advantage over him. He has that biscuit to nom down on, so needs to be aware of that and is pushing out the wave. If he can actually get control over the health relic as well, then that would be good because it is just spawning.
Oh, steals it away. Nicely done. Miasma is there, of course. Doesn't really matter here for Helio. He's just going to turn around. Yang uses all of his mana. Helio knows that he can now take advantage of the situation.
Burns the pot, which is real big for Helio. So he has evened up the playing field and also has the minion advantage still. And he's able to continue the pressure. So despite Yang winning out in those 1v1 trades, Helio and just his kind of manipulation of how the minion waves have worked has netted him the advantage in this 1v1 matchup. Yang is forced to stay in because the minion wave is mounting in front of him. This is like a wave and a half that he just simply can't risk missing out on.
Well, Helio's just going to continue to farm these minions out very, very effectively. He's going to be 12 in the lead. These minions should fall to Yang relatively effectively. Cassiopeia known for her ability to control what happens underneath the wave. Noxious Blast going to help grab that minion. Misses one, misses two. So that is absolutely fine. Only 7 CS now between these two. Helio with the first back and grabs the Spectre's Cowl.
You know, biggest thing there was that Yang stayed around for the experience because he does not want Helio to have a massive window where he could just get comboed down by the ultimate, so he needs to have his instant response. And he's gone for the double Sapphire Crystals. So
I think I'm going to throw out there that that is the worst buy I have ever seen.
He's going in for the long game, Atlas. He doesn't want to go back for a while. He wants to try and stay in lane and try and grind Helio down.
Couldn't he have bought a tier?
He could have done. That would have been an alternative.
I'm really perplexed as to what he's going for there, as Helio just taking no damage now from these Twin Fangs. Doesn't necessarily want to be walking on that Miasma, but it is absolutely fine. Going to continue wandering around. The Spectre's Cowl probably giving him more health back from the mediocre damage that the Miasma does do.
So Yang is able to push back now. Helio does have that level 6, but is matched by Yang because he stayed in. Does land the Q, which means he can follow up with a trade that is better for Yang. So this is starting to mount up because Helio, it's harder for him just to run all over Yang now that he has the threat of Yang just hitting the Petrifying Gaze.
Oh, and actually, I do understand the Sapphire Crystal.
All right, lay it on me, Atlas.
Okay, so basically what Yang has realized is that he wants to go for one bout against the Orianna here. He wants to be able to try and keep his mana as high as possible. You saw that he was just going as far in as possible. So just create a large mana pool so that in these isolated scenarios, you're just going to have more in the tank and don't focus necessarily on things like stacking it up or getting that regen. He wants to win quickly, in other words. That's where the buy makes sense. Otherwise, I hate it.
Well, between us, we probably make up part of an analyst, so I'm sure the analyst desk can help us out with that one, but this 1v1 trade is starting to heat up.
Yeah, very, very nice. Good poison to land here onto Helio from Yang, but the exhaust comes in. Helio's trying to fight that one back. The extra health that Helio has, you can see it's paying dividends. So Yang has to back away, and that mana that we were talking about, no regen, just the flat mana. He doesn't have too many of those trades in him.
All right, so really well played by Yang there in that last trade. As soon as the exhaust was popped, instantly back away. Get out of the Orianna range because she hasn't skilled Q. She's auto-attacking, and it's all about the auto-attacks for Helio. So with that being the case, you're not going to get slowed down by dissonance, and Helio will not be able to chase you down. So he now has the summoner spell advantage, and Yang is in a good place.
That is a really interesting tactic. Is the poison once again going to land, but a good command protect that it looks like Helio is maxing due to the fact that base level of shield is super high.
Yeah, it's a little unfortunate he's leaning against the Cassiopeia, because against pretty much any other matchup, he should just be able to dump them with the Clockwork wind-up damage and the extra resistances. That was the idea. But going up against the Cassiopeia, who, if she hits poison on you, followed by the Twin Fangs, will out-trade you in a sustained battle. You saw Helio pop his ultimate there. It's just like, hi, he sombreroed himself. Actually, he was just trying to clear out the minion wave to try and match that from Yang, try and push it into tower, and then get the minion wave advantage. Yang, reading this and seeing that happen, stays in lane to push the next wave.
I thought it was just hula hoop practice.
It could have been that too.
He's gone home. Got to get that practice in when you can. Because hula hooping is all about consistently going for it, you know? You can't really half-ass hula hooping. Now Yang is going to battle everything. Oh, misses the ultimate, but still doing so much damage. Good shield, as Helio's going to let that eat up all of the ignite. But he's down to about 200 health. Now Yang has to go back, and those summoner spells are going to be for naught. Sorry, summoner spell. Just the ignite goes down, the exhaust still there.
Helio's in a rough spot now. Like, if he gets caught by anything, he's probably dead from Yang's harass.
Speaking of which, needs one more Twin Fang. There's the auto GG!
30-something%.
Yeah.
So he can actually go for that as a win condition way easier. He can push in mini wave super fast. He's always almost able to land his auto attack with his passive, which hurts a lot.
Yeah, it really is a 1-2 punch. You can smack them with that bouncing bomb as well. This is what I was going to be talking about, is that double up that PBO could have possibly taken means that he sort of has to stand in his minion wave if he wants to harass Kratos with it, and that bouncing bomb would then be able to clear the wave and harass down his opponent, which could be an opportunity for the Ziggs to get that pushing advantage, stop PBO from really pulling out too much, as the bouncing bomb is going to go wide. PBO very, very healthy here. He's able to look in that brush. Nice scrying old purchase. But there's the bouncing bomb.
That is true. PBO just wants to sit on the side of the minions, though, just like that. He's going to follow up.
Oh my goodness, bouncing bomb comes in. Oh my goodness! Fantastic use of the exhaust! Can Kratos no! Team fire!
Ethiopia?
No. Pantheon.
Jin? Pantheon? No. Has not. Jin neither.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see whether we're...
he might be able to get in range and just land a couple cheeky auto attacks, land some spells, follow up with the ultimate, and net a kill. That is what Wara's looking for.
Oh, like ships in the night, they pass one another. Revolta taking so much damage. That last crit is going to do so much work, but fantastic timing on the exhaust. The ignite's ticking down. The barrier's there. Revolta so low, but getting in the last but not enough mana. There's the first.